I look like Wednesday Addams. Nobody wants to sit here forever, because we know I like to talk, watching someone who looks like Wednesday Addams talk about being heavy. Sorry. Hey guys, so today is something a little bit different. It's kind of like just a sit down chat. I just want to sit down and chat with you guys about something. Obviously you read the title. I do want to put a quick disclaimer in here, which is so annoying because most of us are like, I don't give a fuck about your disclaimers, but I have to say this personally because it happens to me as well. Some of the things that I may be talking about today in this video could trigger you. Could have trigger words, trigger stories, trigger whatever. This could be a trigger. So, just sometimes the word trigger is a trigger. So, I'm sorry, but I do need to tell you guys this is about weight. You know, this is about weight issues, and some of the things that I will talk about today could trigger you. So if you are sensitive to that, then I completely understand, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you are interested in listening to my story about my weight and my backstory with it and how I feel about it, and just pretty much overall everything about it, then just keep watching, as usual. So I've noticed that as my channel subscriber number increases, as more people are coming to my videos, I've noticed that, you know, that also brings haters or just jerks or people who, you know, will criticize you. And I've noticed an increasingly big amount of people, large amount of people that are commenting on my weight. Now, I do monitor my thread on Guru Gossiper. And I do that for one reason, and really one reason only, because the things that they say about people and the things that they say about me are not stuff that I purposely want to go on and read every day. And I don't care what these people have to say about me, but I have had someone who was on there and did release personal information of mine, and they don't monitor that. Unless you turn it in, then your address, your personal photos, you know, whatever these people hack off from your accounts, off from other family members' accounts or friends' accounts, they can put on there. And unless you turn it into one of their admins, then it just stays on there. And believe me, you don't want that kind of information on a site that is strictly just to bash people. So yes, I go on there at least twice a day to monitor what is being said and what information is being put out there. So I do read those comments, and it does suck, and I don't want to be on there. I've blocked it from my webpage before, my web browsing page, and I've blocked it and the cookies and everything, and I had to undo it because, and this girl that did share my information, she's not on there any longer because it's illegal to do that unless I put it out there. So I do read those comments, and I've noticed that a lot of the times it's directed at my weight. I get a lot of hate comments that is directed at my weight, and as far as I can say with my opinion on it, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me whatsoever for anybody to talk about my weight. I have been both very, very skinny and overweight as I am now, and with either side of that spectrum, I've always been criticized about my weight, whether I was too skinny or whether I was too fat, and I'm used to it. I'm very, very used to it. I mean, I've even gotten criticism from my family when I was a size 5. You know, so because my family is very, very skinny. Very, very skinny women. Very skinny, and men. So I was always criticized. You know, I was called potato face growing up, Sasquatch, you know, all sorts of stuff. And that was from my own family. So, you know, it doesn't hurt me coming from a complete stranger. It's not something that's new to me. I am not unintelligent. You know, like when I look in the mirror, I see what you guys see. I see that I am overweight. I see that. I see that more than you guys do because I see below here more than you guys do. So I know exactly what I look like. I see pictures. I know. That's not new to me. I wake up and I see this every single day. Every second of every single day. I know what I look like, and it doesn't bother me to have someone come at me and be like, you're fat. Oh, she got huge. No, it doesn't. It doesn't bother me one bit. But I was actually really thinking about incorporating more plus-size themed videos on my channel. Not in my channel, maybe, but on my channel. And so I kind of thought that this might be a really good video to kind of jumpstart that with just my story about my weight gain history, my thought process on it, how I feel about it, and just maybe it could help you guys get to know me more, help to get you to understand my thought process about weight gain and being overweight and plus size and all of that, and just kind of kickstart my plus size category that I want to start here on my channel. So let's just get into this. So when I was younger, my whole life, all the way through high school, I was a size 5, a size 3 to 5, and more towards the size 5, and I was the biggest girl in my family. I mean, even at a size 5, I was 118 pounds at a height of 5'7". So I was, to me now that I'm an adult and overweight, and, you know, I look back at pictures and I'm like, holy crap, you know, like I was skinny. And at one point I was at the lower side of a size 3. I was going through a really hard time in my life, and the goal was to be super skinny. And I'll try to show you guys pictures of what I looked like at that time, but I'm taking pictures of pictures, and they're old pictures, so they may look like crap, and I'm sorry, but I'll try my best to show you as I go throughout this story how I looked before. And to me, that's unhealthy. That's completely unhealthy, and I was unhealthy. I wasn't eating right. I exercised way too much, and without eating right, you know. And I mean, I was more healthier than I am now too, though, you know. And that's the goal for me, is to personally just be healthy. I don't care about my weight, because I've been skinny and I've been overweight, and to be honest, I'm more comfortable being a bigger woman. You know, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm an adult. I don't want to be stick thin. I'm not in an industry where I need to be able to fit into a size 00. You know, I'm just a stay-at-home mother who films. You know, I don't have to be stick thin. I don't have to be athletic. I don't have to be anything but healthy, and that is my personal goal. Alright, sorry. My son needed Power Rangers on the TV. Yeah. Whew, that's a whole nother story. Okay, so getting back to the story. So I've been super skinny, and even at super skinny, I was criticized for being too big, as something that I would categorize now as being way too thin. You know, and all the way up until I was about 17, I was super, super skinny. Not very healthy, but more healthier than I am now. And I can admit that. When I was 17 years old, my father passed away. And I've always been an emotional eater. It's just back then, no matter how much I ate, I didn't gain weight. You know, if I did gain like 2 or 3 pounds, I would pretty much not eat for 3 days and do like Pilates and yoga, like back to back to back, like every hour for 3 days, and I'd lose 10 pounds. It was very easy to lose that weight. And so that's what I did. You know, I was very, very easy to just stuff my face, barely work out unless I wanted to, and it was super easy to lose the weight when I wanted to. So, you know, that's just kind of the lifestyle I lived. I never lived a lifestyle where I worked out consistently, where I learned what a good diet was. I grew up with food that was from Aldi's, and we had a huge family at one point, so there was always so much food around. You know, I never learned portion control. I never learned, you know, not to drink a shitload of soda. I never learned any of that. And so I grew up with just being able to eat what I wanted and not gain a massive amount of weight. So I never learned those little details that you need to know to be healthy. And then at 17, my father passed away. And the first thing I did, you guys, literally the first thing I did, he passed away. I sat there. I called my boyfriend at the time, and we went down to McDonald's. And I got 2 orders of the chicken tenders, and I sat there crying and eating McDonald's after my dad died. Like literally hours after my father passed away. And that just started a vicious cycle. And within a month, I started gaining like weight. Like I gained almost 40 pounds in 1 month. And that was immediately after my father passing. And I was with a guy that was very skinny. He was skinnier than me, and he didn't like weight gain, and he put a lot of pressure on me to lose it. And the more pressure he put on me, and the more that I did tried and failed working out and eating healthier, I just got bigger. And it actually was kind of like a defense mechanism for me to hide behind the weight. Like I felt comfortable being heavy. Eating was like a drug to me, and I became addicted to food, and it's completely possible. And I know a lot of people, especially people that are skinny or people that do not like overweight people, they're like, oh, that's just an excuse, da 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 da. No, it's a disease. You can become addicted to food just as bad as you can become addicted to heroin, anything like that. It's a very hard cycle to break mentally. And I'm still there. I'm still trying to figure out how to break myself from feeling like I have to dash to the refrigerator every time I'm upset, you know, or if I'm stressed out, from sitting in my bed, and yes, I'll eat in my bed too, and eat nachos, you know, or eat just candy all night, you know, and I try really hard to tell myself I don't need to do that and replace it with healthier meals, but it's like an addiction inside of your mind, and your body just goes nuts. You know, you want what you want, and you want to eat when you want to eat, and when you're an emotional eater and you eat your emotions, and you're someone like me who is bipolar, BPD, anxiety, you're constantly wanting to stuff your face with shit. Constantly. So, you know, going on after I left my daughter's father, and I was still a size 9. You know, so I was a couple of sizes bigger than I was normally, but I was still in a very healthy range, I believe. I met my husband, and so much changed for me, and I have a really hard time with change. Change scares me really, really badly. I like change. I just like to know that in that change, I'm secure and safe, and you don't know that when things change. So I tended to eat more. And then he, you know, he was courting me, so he took me out to a lot of restaurants I had never been to, because my daughter's father was not like that. He did not take me to nice places. Fast food was as good as it got. So my husband now took me to fancy restaurants. He cooked for me. He was an amazing cook, but he also came from a family of overweight people, and they cooked a lot of food and a lot of rich, like high calorie food, a lot of amazing desserts. I mean, they opened me up to a whole world, new world of food that kind of just excelled my weight gain a little bit more. And then I had children. My children. I would be 3 times the size I am now to have those children. And you all must know that my weight doesn't matter to me as much as it matters to everybody else. And I would be 1,000 pounds just to have my children. But my children, having my kids, did kind of make things worse in that sense. It completely killed my metabolism. I had my daughter, I was a size 9 when I had her, or a size 7 when I had her. I went up to a size 9. And then I had my son, and when I had my son, I was a size 13 to 14 from my husband's delicious eating and the fact that we just did not work out or eat healthy or eat the right portion sizes. So, I'm running out of breath here. So when I had my son, I went up to a size 16, 18, and that's what I am now. And if you're a mother, you know that when you have children, you get stretch marks. I mean, 5% of women may not get stretch marks, but it's scientifically proven that if your mother has them, it's kind of genetic that you're going to get them. And you can do all the prevention you want, and it does help, but you still will get stretch marks. I have stretch marks from head to toe. Literally from head to toe. I have them on my boobs, I have them on my stomach, I have them on my thighs, I even have a couple running down my calf. And it was completely from my first and second pregnancy. My stomach ones are from my first. My daughter completely tore my stomach apart. I mean, they are the deep purple, nasty stretch marks. And my son, I gained enough weight with my son and right after having him that I started getting stretch marks on my thighs and on my calf, you know, and my boobs, of course, because when I was skinnier, my boobs were like a size A, B cup padded, and then I went right to a D. So you can imagine what these things look like. And I noticed after my son, I immediately started wanting to eat chocolate and caramel. And I mean, it just became this habit of bad eating, of bad choices, of drinking soda. I was always a water freak. Like, my family were soda hounds. They always had soda bottles everywhere, and they called me a water freak. That was my nickname because I drank so much water. I loved water. And after my son, it was just soda. It started with like always having a soda with a meal, and then it just started with never drinking water ever again. And it got to the point where now I don't even like to drink water, and I used to love water. So it's just a combination of something that traumatized me, and I feel like it kind of triggered something with my OCD to become accelerated in my mind, because I was already an emotional eater, but I had that metabolism. So then my father dying just traumatized me into excelling it. Bad choices, you know, not having enough information, not being educated enough growing up on healthy decisions and choices and meals, and just not making the right choices. So yes, this body is my fault, and I own that. You know, I own that. But the great thing about it is I can change it anytime that I want to. Anytime that I choose to lose weight, I can. You know, and that's the difference between what these haters or trolls or just people who are so critical about overweight people don't realize is how ugly you are inside because you're picking on someone for something that they can completely change. Now, I don't want to like toot my own horn or anything, but I know that I'm a good looking woman. I know that I am. I know what I look like skinny. I mean, I was skinny. I had an ab line and everything. I had a nice little bubble butt. You know, I didn't have too much boobs, but I had a nice ass. I had a nice stomach. I know what I look like skinnier, especially with my face and everything. And I am good looking. And I know that. You know, so I can, take a year, lose all this weight, and be completely beautiful inside and out. Well, this person who's bashing me for something that is just temporary is ugly on the inside. And that's something that you can't change, you know, or something that is very, very hard and almost impossible to change. And so that's how I feel about it. I'm comfortable with the way that I am. Yes, I would like to be more healthy. But if I stayed this same size or even got bigger, but the inside of me was more healthy, I'd take it in a heartbeat. I'm not trying to be back like how I was when I was in school, because that's not me. I'm a woman now and I'm a mother. So I'll take the curves, and I want the curves. You know, I don't want to be stick thin. Not that it's not beautiful, because it is. I mean, I think all sizes are beautiful. I'm that kind of person. I've always been that kind of person. I think all sizes are beautiful. But I want to be healthy. You know, I want to make different choices. I want to learn good workout techniques, you know, good, just healthier meals. And I want to do that for my children as well. You know, because when they grow up seeing you make bad choices like I saw, this is what happens. And I don't want that for my children either. You know, I want them to be healthy and as healthy as they can be throughout their life. And I want them to teach my grandbabies that I hopefully will have someday those choices as well. So I do want to become more healthier in that fact, but not because someone looks at me and says, you're fat. Like on Guru Gossiper the other day, this one person who kind of popped up out of nowhere and just decided to start bashing me a lot. Said something about to the effect that I was chubby before, but has anyone noticed how fat, like I'm becoming literally just fat now. I actually have lost weight. It's just how I film. Like I film with the camera kind of up and tilted at me because yes, I am a chunky girl and I know how to work my angles. Duh. You know, like I don't want my double chin hanging out everywhere while I'm filming or in pictures. But during my vlogs and stuff like that, it was different angles. You saw me full body. Yes, you guys, a lot of you for the first time saw me full body. And I am a lot bigger than what you think I am. And that was one of my insecurities, that I was afraid that a lot of people were going to see me and be like, she's huge. And yeah, I was afraid of that. But mostly from people that I cared about, not from Guru Gossiper trolls. Do you know what I mean? Like my friends. Like I was worried that Vanessa or Ellie or Michelle or any of them would look at me and be like, ugh, you know? And I shouldn't feel like that because they were so nice to me. They were so kind and told me I was beautiful and they made me feel beautiful. And I shouldn't have felt that way, but I did because of what society is constantly doing to us. What they're constantly saying is so wrong with overweight people, but they're also saying it about skinny people. There is no happy medium. So the only thing that we can do is just be in love with ourselves, no matter what we look like. Because whether you're a model, because even Victoria's Secret models, and yes, they do, I've read it in articles, they get picked on and they're insecure as well. There's not a single person out there in this world that does not get criticism or picked on or told that they're too fat or too skinny or they're ugly and da-da-da-da. Everybody goes through this at some point. Everybody is told they're not good enough. We're all just trying. So the only thing we can do to keep our sanity and our peace of mind is to love ourselves. And I want you guys to know that I do love myself. I am comfortable with how I am. I just want to be more healthier. And that's where I am at today. You know, I don't care who calls me fat. I don't care what haters say on Guru Gossiper. I don't care about any of that. I just want you guys to know that I love myself. I have some flaws I'd love to work on, and I am, and I can change them in a heartbeat, and you guys will be with me during that process, and you will see that. I just want you guys to know that no matter what you look like, no matter what your insecurities are, don't let other people put that on you. Love yourself, no matter what, because you can change all of these things. You know, there's plastic surgery, there's weight loss, there's ways to gain weight, you know, there's ways to do whatever you want to do inside of you to make you love yourself. Do not try to form yourself into what people who mean nothing to you at all in your life are telling you that is wrong with you. Oh, you're overweight. You don't even know me. You don't even know me. Why do you think that you telling me I'm overweight is going to affect me? It's not. If it came from my husband, it might be a different story. But he would never do that. And someone who loves you would never do that to you. And that's what you need to realize, is the people who matter won't mind, and the people that mind, they don't matter. And I'm pretty sure that's a saying. And it's true. Don't let people get you down. They're not getting me down. Like, you can say all you want about my weight on a freaking time loop over and over and over and over and over again with a fucking megaphone. I'm not gonna care. That's the last thing you can do to hurt me. I'm happy. I'm happy with my weight. I just want to be more healthy on the inside. And people who care so much about what I look like on the outside should drink some pretty juice and get pretty on the inside. And the people who keep telling me that I'm overweight and I'm ugly and all of this, I'd rather be ugly on the outside than ugly on the inside. And to me, that's more important. As long as I stay a good person, I try my hardest every day to not judge people and to love people for who they are. That's all that matters to me. Yeah, I'm mouthy. Yeah, I get bitchy. Yeah, people think I'm negative because I'm real, and being real on YouTube is hard as hell. I swear, I'm not mainstream. I'm not a sheep. I'm different. And I like that. I really, really like that. And that's just who I am. And I'm never going to change. The outside of me may change, but that never changes the inside of me. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. I wanted to tell you a little bit about my history, a little bit about how I feel about it. And just, yeah, I'm going to start doing a lot of more plus size things, like outfit of the days and hauls, like fashion hauls, and just blog posts about being plus size and my weight loss journey, because I really, this winter, I want to lose so much weight, and mostly just because I want to become healthy again. I want to become that water freak again. I want to learn about new healthier foods and portion sizes, and I'm going to do all of that during the season where everybody puts on more fluff. So I just thank you so much, everybody, for your support, for your kindness, for loving me for who I am, because you are the people that matter to me, and the only people that matter to me. And I also want you guys to know that no matter what size you are beautiful. As long as you stay kind and true to yourself on the inside, you are beautiful. No matter what you look like, no matter what size you are, you're just gorgeous, and you're a beautiful person, and you're an asset to this world, no matter who says different. And you're an asset to me if you're watching this right now. If you're insecure, if you've been picked on, if you've been bullied, come here, girl. Come here, because here you're loved, and here you're accepted. And I want you guys to know that. So that is everything that I have to say in this video. I hope it wasn't too super long and boring and you guys are like, oh, la, 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 la. I'm really sorry if that's how you felt, and the fact that I look like Wednesday Addams. Sorry. So yeah, that is what I have to say. So leave me some comments, just how you guys feel about this. You know, big, small, we're all picked on and we all have our insecurities, and I'd love to know how you guys feel about this. So leave me a comment with your opinions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.